Hey everyone, this is Brian from Built From Bricks, and I'm here with the Rubrick at the Philly Brickfest, and he's going to talk a little bit about one of his creations here, which is an awesome haunted house.
Thanks for stopping by. I am Rubrick, and this is my haunted house. So a little bit of a backstory. My wife and I got into Lego, and our absolute favorite building that Lego made was the Monster Fighter series Haunted House. That came out in 2012, and then it was discontinued after a very short life. My wife and I got into Lego in 2015, January 2015, and because it was already discontinued, the price through the secondary market was skyrocketed. So we went on to Lego.com, we downloaded the instructions, downloaded the inventory, went to Bricklink, and then ordered all the individual pieces. And in doing some research, we found out that the sand green brick, the original color of the sand green brick, was more expensive than some other colors. So to kind of do this on a budget, which we've got a YouTube demonstration or a YouTube instructional video on what we did with that. So check that out on Rubrick on YouTube. So we wanted to change the color from the sand green to the dark tan to kind of save some money. We want to do this on a budget of $200 or under. And then if we're going to change something, let's personalize it more. So we replaced all the brick with plates, and that really allowed us to throw in multiple colors. You know, you see the light bluish gray and the dark bluish gray. We use some round 1x1 plates to add some texture, some more distress. If you come back here, we took what was a very simple plain wall, we threw in more color, more texture, and I've already gotten a bunch of ideas from coming to the show of what I want to do. And then lastly, the main thing that we changed is the original opened like a clamshell. You know, the traditional dollhouse style design that Lego embraces. Really for the kids, it makes for good playability of a structure, but we wanted a modular building to go into our city. So if we take off the roof,
come inside here a little closer,
and then this is the attic. You know, the most expensive parts in recreating this build was some of the roof pieces were like 60 to 70 cents a piece in any Bricklink store that had a substantial quantity of them, and then the sticker pack, and that gave us, you know, the stack of old newspapers, and then there's some record prints that are on round 2x2 tiles. There's another stack of newspapers over there, and then down in the second floor, the bedroom, there's some family portraits of. There's Dracula over here. There's Wolfman. And
so you got a skeleton in the closet.
Yeah, a little bit of adult humor out there. Yep. Everybody's got skeletons in your closet. Embrace your skeleton. You know, there was like antlers over the bed, like some type of animal skull. We replaced that with the long bone that came with the Wolfman in the Series 14 collectible minifigures. It just kind of tied in because this was our 2015 reboot, is what we called this. So we kind of want to throw some of those things in there.
Very nice.
Going down to the first floor, we can pull out this rafter. This rafter was in the original, but it was a two-part rafter to really give some structure.
Is that a support piece?
Stability, right? And then this comes off. And then you got the kitchen. This, in the original design, the fireplace swung away because as it was closed and as it was open, the fireplace really needed to be repositioned for adequate or accurate playability of how that would be. So we left that design in there. We figured we'd put something, you know, maybe a little cubby hole that the monsters could hide in, or something that they could use to hide stuff. Then there was more family portraits that came in that $15 sticker sheet.
Yep.
I went on to, I Googled some images of the Monster Fighter series stuff, and that was an old grandfather clock, so I took that basic design, modified it just a little bit. I think it gives a little bit more detail, and we're real happy with that. And then coming to the front, one of my top 5 favorites, probably number 4, is the Spooky Girl. So we came up with the name of this structure is Alone and Unafraid. As you can see, it's stood the test of time. It's been weathered. It's been run down, and it refuses to give up. So we figured that the Spooky Girl just does really well without being monsterish. Her demeanor, her look looks very questionable, and she fits in really well with the haunted house. She refuses to leave her home, and she is alone and unafraid. And just like her, the structure refuses to give up. So whenever we decided that we wanted to bring this to Philly Brickfest, I didn't want to just set it down on the table. I wanted some type of structure, like a pedestal or a podium, something that would do this structure justice, because it is a beautiful building. So I came up with this rock structure that holds the shape of some type of pedestal.
Definitely, and it's very intricate looking with the slope pieces.
It's thousands of slopes, inverted slopes, and then what we did is we broke up that pattern. Every brick is based on a 3-plate repetition or spacing, 3-plate spacing. So if you only use bricks, what that does is it keeps everything on a 3-plate repetition spacing. So I threw a bunch of plates in there. If you get kind of close, you'll see that I used 2 plates there and then 2 plates there. No plates there, 1 there, and what that does is it just allows for just a little bit more deviation of everything being on the same plane. Working our way around the rock structure. We've got some, this is a stump, an old dead tree. We've got some dark vines that are growing out of the rock. In this, I can't take credit for this particular tree design. My wife found a great builder, Leonardo Davidi. He's on Pinterest, I'm sure on Instagram, but we found him on Pinterest. He's got a bunch of beautiful work, and this is like a dead tree that we really liked and tried to replicate.
No, I love the tree. It's got the perfect look for the tree to make it that spooky, old, decrepit. Very, very cool.
And then working our way down, it does break up one more time.
This is really modular.
And then this structure can come off of this platform for displaying at the show, and this plops onto a 48 by 48 base plate, and it goes right into our city.
Very nice.
It holds this same basic silhouette all the way around, and then just very simple, clean, dark bluish gray. Nothing inside. I thought about making some type of cave back here, maybe put the crazy miner or maybe Golem or something in there.
That would be fun, having something in the back hidden, some spooky thing might be funny. That is an amazing build, and
thank you very much.
He's going to put this back together. And Rubrick, thanks for taking the time to
it was great talking to
interview with you.
Check out my Instagram page. I tried in one of the 365-day challenge, trying to do some type of Lego type photo every day. It's more labor intensive than I really expected. And then we're also on YouTube as well. So just Google Rubrick and you'll find us.
Awesome. That was Rubrick, and this is Brian from Built from Bricks. What have you built today?